13-point match. They're playing legal moves. Yeah. All the stream matches are legal moves. And we have the XG feed. So I've got XG and Tobias. I don't need to say much, and I won't. I'm gonna leave it to you guys. All right, Mario goes off to a strong advantage with the bar point and the hit. And now the advantage is pretty much even.
Yeah.
That's
a good thing. This is what always Paul McGrill always used to have these thing. Each roll he figured out equity up or equity down. Yeah, and who is on what level. Very particular thing, especially for beginners and intermediates, is they miss the cube because they are too busy with the game. Yeah, so it always helps this little practice: equity up, equity down. This is a huge equity up, huge equity up. He makes a 5' and he hits a checker in the outfield, plus freeing his last checker. Yeah, so this is like. As the old artificial intelligence Snowy would call it, cube hot position. Yeah, there was always assigned cube hot position. Yeah, this is cube hot position.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody could take this cube. Could you be too good?
Well, you have to fill in these points. This is not automatically, but...
It's 0.006, right on the edge of too good. And part of the reason it might be too good is you don't have a bad shake here. There's nothing that's going to get you into trouble. So you may as well roll and see what happens.
The point is that black sees nothing of the outfield. Yeah.
So you roll and see if you get lucky. And if you don't get lucky, then you can double them out later.
Yes.
And he doesn't leave the shot. Why take a chance when you got the game won?
This is a good point. This is good pointing out of a concept. You're not winning a ton of gammons here, but it's too good because you could always use the cube to win the game. So there's no rush right now.
So when you're sure your opponent's passing, you ask yourself if you're too good. And one of the main things you think about are market gainers. Are there many situations where your opponent can gain a take? And there's really not here. You can't get hurt by playing on. It's still real close. It wouldn't be a problem to cash. I can't think of too many really bad rolls.
Yeah, well, first of all, not much changed in this position.
Yeah.
So equity up or equity down, it pretty much is the same. Yeah.
But Mario's taking... The other thing that you think about is winning an undoubled gammon at this score is not worth a lot. Winning 1 or 2 points at 0-0 is not worth a whole lot. So I don't mind this cash at all. And the fact that it said it was too good, it was real close. So not a bad cube. And obviously a quick drop. That's exactly how I play my 3-1 openings. I always split here, especially when the 8-point is stripped. Now if your opponent rolls a 4-2 or a 6-1, what's he going to do? So you always split after that play. After he makes the 5-point or the 4-point. And sometimes the 3-point. This is very aggressive.
So usually you like to attack next to your priming point or the one after. Yeah.
The hit really paid off.
So
first you make the 4-point, then you think.
All right, and the roll before, even though he danced, it was not a cube hot position because he had no extra man in the zone. Yeah,
ooh,
it was
big
just
roll.
Not enough to.
And this is what we call it.
Blitz.
This is what we call a cube saver, hitting and making a point, making the 5-point.
Well, not only a cube saver.
Might be a game saver.
It's more like 50-50 in this sequence now. Yeah, this. Hit, point, and dance. I mean, that's a monster sequence.
And dance again.
6-5 would have been a great roll if he would be in, but on the bar, it's...
Wow. Mario was in trouble 3 rolls ago, and now he's in a much more commanding position.
But he still got a lot of work to do. So if Kengo achieves to anchor, which is a 3-1 favorite, there's probably no cube action.
And now he didn't anchor, and I think there is cube action.
So let's see.
It's a
They're
double.
like,
Yep, solid double, solid take.
yeah, there are 9 rolls who make the bar point. Plus there's also like a double 5 and double 4, which is really strong. And even if Mario has no joker or no great number, he will still stay favorite. Yeah.
If I rolled a 6-3, I wouldn't make the bar point. I would point on the 2 point. So some of those rolls are duplicated, but still there's a lot of good rolls, and that's why you must double. Up 25 pips in the race is another factor. If you use Pratt, position, race, and threats, he's got them all. This is an easy take according to XG, but not easy according to human beings who are in the World Championship for the first time in their life and playing for the most money they've ever played for. A good take.
Let's talk.
Very nice.
Yes, let's talk about the thought process. I mean, he has.
That was a great roll for Mario.
He has a very good counter position, and
you got to bring the 5 down. You don't want to bury checkers, so you got no hope if you do that.
Exactly.
Got to take the risk. And getting hit wouldn't be horrible. You might be able to make a back game. Okay. It would be not a very well timed back game, but you got to take what you're given. You'd really like to roll a 3-2 and make the 3 point.
Yeah, or double 3.
Yeah. Even if he had the 1-2 back game, an untimed 1-2 back game is pretty hopeless. Any untimed back game is pretty hopeless. So this has gone very, very well for Mario so far.
13-9 looks like a good move.
Why aren't you just making the 3 point?
All right, he could make the 6 prime. He could make the 6 prime.
It has to be. Oh, he doesn't want him to get the second checkpoint. I would be making the 3 point very quickly. Wow. He doesn't want him to have. The 3 point is correct. The hitting idea is for Morgan. See, this to me is a natural play. I'm not so concerned if he makes the second anchor because he just doesn't have timing.
Exactly, he has no timing, yeah.
This is not the right idea. Okay. Not the right idea, but still a very strong position. Well, there's that second anchor that he was trying to prevent, and again, he made it, and who cares? I'd be happy to see my opponent have the 1-2 game here.
I agree with you. He needs a 3 point.
I think if I rolled a 2, I would even move from the 24 to the 22. It's such a bad timed game.
It depends a little bit how the position looks like when you roll it.
He's bringing them in to kill 6s, so he doesn't have to play his 6s anymore.
That's a good move, good concept, right?
He wants to hold his board as long as possible, which is not going to be very long. Only a 1-6 or 2-6 hits, and it's not the end of the world if he gets hit. And he likes to have that checker 6 away from the 3 point.
So he could also bring the builders without leaving a shot like that, yeah? So here would be no hitting numbers, but actually even if he gets hit, yeah, even if he gets hit, it wouldn't change anything. And this is also right.
This is the best play.
This is the best play. Yeah.
That's how not afraid you are of getting hit.
The hit helps the timing. Yeah. The hit helps White's timing, and the next point White's want to make is a 3-point.
It's thematic to slot the front or the back of the prime depending on the situation. This is fine. Not a bad play. There's hardly a bad play there. Everything. Okay. Now he can't come up with the 2 as comfortably. He can get blitzed too much. The last roll he might have been able to, but now there's too many builders. So one checker has got to go to the 4-point, I would think. So that's very nice structure. Very nice.
I mean, the story repeats.
This play is a forced play, and certainly not a bad roll. Clear from the rear. 5-4 seems awfully natural to me.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes you see like players play 2-1. This is usually never a good move. Yeah. Right, this is a way to maintain your prime
Nice,
as long as possible.
nice
Your
move.
infield board, your
Having a 4-point board is actually pretty good for Kengo at this point compared to where he was. Now, you're not supposed to try and make him crash. You got a good roll like this, you bring him in.
he has like perfect distribution, and sooner or later he will have a chance to point on him anyhow.
Yeah. They're using the Tempest clock, which you can get on Backgammon Galaxy shop. It's really kind of cool. You use your iPhone. I might come out with 3. Forget about the game and try and get off gammons. In fact, I know I do. I come out with 3.
You can't. You have to leave the next time anyhow. Yeah, and maybe then you can't leave and have to destroy your board. So you should leave now. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're Kengo, you're not thinking about winning. You're thinking about getting off the gammon. There you
It
go.
looks like he understands the game very well and the concept.
Oh yeah, he's a very fine player. Nice roll, filling in the board. Decreases the chances for shots later.
This is technical stuff.
Yeah.
There's usually this is in the milli percentage.
That 5-5 really helped Kengo reduce his gammons by quite a bit. He's still under threat though, especially if you roll double ones. He doesn't want to roll that next time. 6-4, 5-4, and high doubles all leave shots, so it's smart to cover. You could get a shot right now.
Right, but high doubles is actually not a bad roll for him.
4-3, smooth. But then now when you see this configuration, you can see there's lots of double shots. There's lots of double shots potential on the next roll, especially if there's a 4.
Yeah. It has to be a 4 with for double shots. 4-3 or 4-5 or 4-6.
Oh, there it is.
This is one.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, 20 numbers hit, and he misses. Oh, that's a very big miss. That's huge. I think you got to come out, got to run.
Not so sure about. I think probably White has more bad numbers if you stay back, and there's also no wastage. Yeah.
You're wasting 1 pip, I guess so, but
The really question is when do you have to leave for the BG, and I think there was no. There's still enough time to escape the BG.
and that's now. He needs a 2 to keep from leaving a shot or doubles. Okay, you're going to hit, aren't you? Yep. Because he might come in behind you and you don't have repeaters when you hit.
Yes, also the ace is duplicating, but it's not right in all positions. This is not a standard move.
I
This is
see.
there are positions where it's right, and this where you put the checker 3-2.
A very, very strong start for Mario in this match. Very big. This is, I think,
Basically, now there's 4 crossovers, and he doesn't have enough rolls to save the gammon. So now this is Jin. Yeah.
it's Jin. It's a gammon.
Unless the sequence 2-1-2-1.
Yeah.
This is the only
So
sequence.
It's over.
Every other roll in
5-0.
2-1.
Big game for Mario. Very big game for Mario. And Kengo made the right play by taking. Just because it didn't work doesn't mean it was wrong. It was a good take. But if he had to do over, look at the PRs, 1-5-5 and 2-2-3. You don't see matches any better than this. These guys are playing at a tremendous level in tremendous pressure. My hat's off to both of them. You fight for your 4-point and 5-point by hitting in the early game. It's out. It's automatic.
Yeah, like the game concept at the beginning is fighting for the good points. That's what both people are doing, yeah? The bar point is a good point, the 4-point is a good point, yeah. And when you hold the point, your opponent can't make it. This is another asset of having a point, yeah.
Ooh,
Wow, what a monster.
That is a monster.
What a monster.
Hits 2, makes the 5.
Yeah.
You're going to hit the second checker. What's he looking at?
Well, he can make hit with 2 points, yeah, which is usually right. Yeah.
Wow.
Or he could hit in the outfield.
I didn't
the
think it was
second time.
close. It's wrong to hit in the outfield. I would have.
Yeah, it's very close by. It's very close by. Naturally, a second point is more valuable than when another checker.
Wow.
And,
He's making the right play. That was the right play. I hit 2 instinctively. Wow.
yeah.
It is fairly close. .023. He can't go wrong with either play. But he sure is happy about the roll.
So it features this move features different concepts. Yeah, when you want to blitz, it's very often good to keep an anchor. The anchor protects you in case your blitz fails. Yeah. So and also additional points are good for the blitz. Yeah.
Are we looking at cube action? Maybe with this score, you don't double too quickly. I would roll here also.
How would it be the other way? Would he be closer on the double with 2-1 if he had the 3-point and still holding the 20-point?
I don't know. I don't know. A good question, though. Please don't ask questions that I can't answer.
Okay.
I mean, keep it simple.
Well, very often the right questions leads to a better play. So sometimes you understand the play better if you ask the right questions.
This play is not the right idea, but it's not terrible.
My first instinct would have been actually the 2-point.
Yeah, you unstack and not leave a shot.
But on the other hand, you can't be stuck on the 23 and 24. So it's very important to step up with a 5. Yeah.
Okay.
But also another positional aspect is you like to have the additional checker on the midpoint because something is happening in your outfield. So this is why you better slot your 2.
You're
Good
way
cube
up in the
action,
race.
yeah.
You're way up in the race, so race.
Mm-hmm.
No need to make interboard points. You can't hit. Kengo would love a 6 here. He didn't get it.
Well, he actually would have loved to have a fourth man back to keep the ace and make the bar point of the opponent. Yeah.
This is a tough position again. They're both playing under 2 PR.
I think it's now it must be like the 2 point because hitting is involved and you want to be prepared.
Right.
Yeah. You want your hits to be effective. And effectiveness means board strength. So you more than doubled your dancers, your opponent's dancing numbers by making a third point.
Uh-huh. And again, Mario's game plan is racing, so he's not going to take chances by leaving shots.
Well, he won't leave a shot against a stronger board when he's up that much and controlling everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is a good roll for Kengo. It helps him win, but it also really slows down the gammons. Oh, do you make the ace? Yeah, I hate to make the ace,
I
but
clear the 13 because the 13 is not necessary anymore.
and you're right.
Yeah,
Making the ace would be
You're
very
controlling from the bar point, and you need now the builders, and you also don't want to waste the pips.
It's a pretty good axiom, by the way. When you're holding the 18 point, you don't need the midpoint most of the time.
And the same applies, by the way, for the 5 and the 4 point.
Ah.
Yeah.
Notice he's not coming out here because that's his hope is to get a shot.
Well, at a certain point, also not coming out means additional gammon losses. So this is a consideration, and I'm very happy he's taking his time because sixes are not growing on trees, you know. And look at this, you know. If he's not coming out, maybe he doesn't get the 6. Mario brings in builder, and it's very convenient to clear his position while he's pointing on his opponent. Yeah. So
Coming out is right here.
It is right, yeah. And the 5 is a technical thing, and
well, 9-3-8-3, if I'm reading it right, is a tie with coming out.
no, coming out is like a must.
No, 9-3-8-3 is a tie.
Yeah, but
the
this
same
is,
equity.
Sorry, this is a different analysis.
Yeah, they haven't used plus on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably there was a huge difference, and now it's just because adjusting the numbers.
Yeah. All right, he's coming out. He made the right play. Not a lot of game-winning chances when you do that, but you sure are not going to get gammoned anywhere near as much. Can't get blitzed or pointed on.
It looks like clearing the 9 point. Oh, you volunteer because of the blots? Fantastic.
And nothing is close. This is a classic. I'm willing to bet you that most humans would clear the 9 point without much thought.
Yeah, well...
it's going to get much worse if you don't do it now, though.
Of course, most humans are not good backgammon players.
I would say all humans are not good backgammon players.
So let's...
if you compare them to XG. Wow. Look at this play.
Right.
Let's see if Mario catches this play. Are we making bets? Call up Morton Holm or go to the website. Make a bet on this play.
So, first of all...
Oh, my gosh. He got it. Look at that. What covers? Only 6-2 is great. 6-4 and 6-1. 6-3. I see lots of hit and cover numbers. They don't cover both, though. Wonderful play. Absolutely masterful play. Now do you hit? I don't think you do.
Well, if you don't hit, how do you want to win the game? But if you hit, you lose a ton of gammons.
Yeah. I'm not sure what you do. Would you hit or not? This is a cool position.
I would.
Hitting is wrong. Well, we don't see it though. It's not on the list. It's not in the top 8 plays. You got to scroll down to see the hit. There he goes. Wow, you got to scroll down that much. Hitting's got to be wrong. My initial instinct was I don't hit here. Look how far he's scrolling down. There it is. Oh, it's not. It's a blunder, but let's plus it. Okay, he didn't hit. It was clearly right. This should be a simple 2-point win for Mario, but going up 7-0 in a match to 13, That's not fun if you're from Japan. There are no shot leaving numbers here. That's a good number to clear the back.
See, the point is, if you're not hitting, you're just giving up the game. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes you do have to give up. And that was one of them.
This is true, but as we saw, hitting is also like 28% winning chances.
The board was a little worse you hit, or his board a little better. Of course,
Oh,
if that
the
was
race
case,
is not completely dead, by the way.
that's right. Only six
Especially
pips.
after double four.
It's
Yeah.
another reason not to hit. You're not out of the race.
Yeah.
Every game is a race. The pip count's always important. If you haven't learned how to count pips, and you can't be a really good backgammon player unless
Wow,
you know
this
how to count.
this would have been a game changer.
Yeah, double
That
six.
would have been a game changer for Kengo. Can you do it again? Wow! Wow, a double four.
Yes. Remember
That
I
is a
said-
game changer too.
Remember I said this is just going to be a 2-point game for Mario, and boom. All of a sudden we got a match. Okay, unstack the 6.
Yeah, that was a bad roll.
Yep. Well, the average roll is 8. He rolled 6. That's not terrible. It's not great. Pips are pips. Our friend Jake Jacobs likes to say. Sure miss Jake. I wish he was here.
It's an exact even position, but with a big advantage because Kengo is on roll. 6-1, another average roll.
See, when you're ahead, you slot the ace.
So
when
it's
you're
still the
behind, you
same.
unstack.
It's still the same pip count.
Uh-huh. Now I go to the ace. I would think you go to the ace, maybe 5 to 4. Oh, that's it. That's big.
unless he counters, he can also roll a double.
You are an optimist. You are an optimist, Toby.
Yeah, but he can't. Mario can't double him out, so that's not over. Yeah, he has more time to roll a double.
You're right. This is not over. One big double, and he's back in the game. Good roll. Good roll. It's not going to be very easy now. 5 checkers left.
Still
Lefty
alive,
rolls
still
2 aces.
alive.
You got to roll 2 aces. And now it's gin.
Yeah.
So, one thing that I find interesting, you spent a lot of time during your lifetime with Paul McGrill, traveling the world with him. How many years were you doing that?
We were not constantly together, but I mean, when we saw the tournament, often we went to another tournament. We stayed there for a while in Vienna, not at the same place, but we've seen frequently. And this was maybe a period of about 2 years.
And would you say he's as great a genius as everybody says he was?
Absolutely.
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 Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, he was a blast to the game, and he was a blast for everybody who got lucky to meet him. Yeah.
I certainly enjoyed working with him. He became one of our teachers at the Backgammon Learning Center his last couple of years, and I really loved working with him. He was working on a new book that would have been very exciting.
He was working on 5 new books.
That's right.
That's why he never get one done.
He was the definition of
get one done,
ADD.
but
He's the definition of a person with ADD. He was constantly on the move. Brilliant man.
so now he needs to step up, and the ace it's a very good ace.
Yeah, sort of helps freeze the checkers on the 8. Whoops.
Right, it's a freezing concept.
So what do you do here? You make 2 points, or do you hit? Make 2 points, or
Well, first of all, you want to bring the. I don't think you want to hit here. You don't have a blitzing position, and you also don't want to blitz the backman. You want to blitz from the front. I think you just put all to the 8.
And you are clearly right. Nice play, Toby. God, these players are playing great. The lopsided score is not a result of play.
The reason why they play great, because they started the positions. You know, the position dictates the move. If you understand the position, the move is a result.
They're
It's
both
not
playing
like,
under 2 PR. We don't see that a lot, even at this level of play.
Yeah, well, we have to be a little bit honest. At least for the white side, it was not so difficult so far. I mean, he rolled a lot of jokers. He made points and he rolled doubles. So
yeah. Mario's had some great rolls. I don't know the luck factor, but we know who's winning it.
The problem is, I think it's misleading to look too much on PR and praising one good result, you know.
Interesting.
The interesting part should be always to look at every single decision and see what it's worth and why. Yeah, so 4 numbers is too much, he thinks, but with the blot in the board, I would give these 4 numbers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can see the luck factor. Mario's +5. That's huge in as short a match as we've had so far.
Yes, we had only
huge.
a couple of games. And,
+5
so,
is just monstrous.
I actually think that most players would achieve to player 2 with these rolls, you know.
I hear you.
Yeah. But one thing for sure, whenever it's a 1, it's played very well. This is the only move.
He's up 8 pips, so it's like an even race almost. It is an even race. So you never double when your opponent's on the 4, 5, or 7 point unless you have a racing lead, or unless his board is broken or something unusual is going on.
So,
is he thinking about running?
after the roll, Kengo is up 2 pips.
Yeah.
He has to figure out if he, first of all, he has to figure out the pip count. Second of all, even if he is not running, which he should figure out when is the point where he wants to run. Yeah. So now there's he has like a 1-point board, his opponent. Yeah. And he's like 2 pips up.
So he's not afraid of contact. That's why he's thinking about maybe just staying there and coming down.
He could run with both. He could run with 1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I didn't see the XG feed, so I'm not sure.
But dumping a checker to the 2 seems like the wrong concept. Yeah. I like his move. I would have actually also considered coming out with both.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, 5-3.
6-2.
6-2. 3-6.
3-6 is another good one, but now the race changed a little bit, but still maybe it's right to run, because what is he really waiting for? I mean, it doesn't get better for him. Yeah.
So even though you're down in the race, it still might be your best game plan.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because the alternatives aren't very good.
He's risking pointing numbers, and maybe the next time he's not able to run, and I don't see how the position could get better for him. Yeah.
And Mario isn't going to be doubling real fast when you're winning 7-0, but he's thinking about it.
Well, I don't think so. I think he knows the pip count, and you're not doubling this position if you're not up.
Well, he's up 8 pips.
That's before the roll.
Oh, I see.
That's before the roll.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a big roll. This is a big roll, actually. I don't see how you cannot hit. The race is too close. You're winning too much in the race by hitting.
Well, hitting makes it volatile and makes it gammonish if you get hit back. This is a quieter, softer game.
Well, first of all, you wanna win the game, and this is a race, you know, and you hit from the 13.
Bring them both down.
Just
hitting is the right play. He missed that play. Hitting was the right play. You get a little too conservative when you're ahead sometimes.
I don't know what happened here. Like, for a good player, usually this is a standard move. Maybe he miscounted the race. This can happen, you know.
That's a good
the
point.
Excitement.
He might have thought he was up a little bit more in the race.
Yeah, and sometimes also even good players gets illusional about the rolls. Maybe he feels he is rolling boxes soon, so he doesn't have to. But
I think good players don't believe that stuff.
You would be surprised.
Really?
You would be surprised what people all believe.
Oh,
you know?
my God. I think superstition brings bad luck. That's my
You're absolutely right about that.
All right, that's a very good racing number for Kengo and a very poor number for Mario. So maybe Kengo's got a shot this time. Even pip count. On roll. Oh, double one. Open mouth, and I immediately cursed him. Well, terrible roll. Second worst roll in a race.
So, at this score, of course, he wants to have as many points as possible, but in a race, the cube ownership is very valuable. So, since he's not terrible fond of the extra point by rolling for 2. He just wants to sack this game, or he wants to win this game. Of course, he likes 2 points. He doesn't want to give a easy cube for Mario. Yeah.
Your point is well taken. The biggest cube big you can have is in a race.
Exactly.
In a race of 60 pips or more, it's worth 18%.
Exactly.
18%.
And he should cover points, and he does it. Kengo is a really good player. I like his moves. I like his thinking. He's thinking on the right spots. Yeah. He seems to be very focused. He seems to be very relaxed.
In his first major tournament.
Yes.
Wow. Mochi was saying, he did the commentary with me last time.
He would be actually the 4th Japanese world champion if he can make it.
There's a Kiko and Mochi, and who's the third?
There was another guy, but
Suzuki. Suzuki was the world champion. Suzuki, yes, Mochi, and Akiko. Those are the three.
Name. Yeah, and also Mochi and Akiko both twice.
That's right. And Frank Frigo, if he wins tomorrow, will be a 2-time world champion also. Almost all the world champions got knocked out in the first round here. There were 12 of them in the tournament. I think there were 2 left after the first round. Frank and one other, I believe.
Yeah, and now there's 1 left in the final.
That's right. That's
How about that, you know?
What were the odds of that? Frank Frigo's a wonderful story. If you didn't hear it before, he won in 1994. He was on his honeymoon, and they were in France, and they decided they would stop off at Monte-Carlo for the fun of it, and he wins the tournament.
And he's a great player, by the way.
Oh, and a great guy. One of my good friends.
Absolutely.
Okay, good double, good take. You do need to gamble a little bit with the cube when you're down at this score.
Oh, well, this is like a standard formula, and he knows it. You know it.
The Keith count. And there's EPC. And there's Thorpe. And there's Kleinman. And there's Matusak. And I don't use any of them very well. But counting rolls is probably one of the best.
Yeah, like I mean, when you play a lot, you get a feeling for positions.
That's right.
You can do a lot with eyeballing when you have a lot of experience.
But mostly, I'll use the Keith count in these. It's the easiest for me to use. I think everybody should learn the Keith count. It's actually Trice's formula.
I guess Mario has about less than 10% now.
Yeah. And it's nice to see the luck factor coming down a little bit and evening out. You don't want to see somebody just run away with the match because he was lucky. Of course, he played very well, too. This is terrible roll, but
Well, usually in these matches, backgammon is all about probabilities, and the probability says that luck doesn't last forever. Actually, luck is just a human term. Backgammon knows no luck. Yeah.
no, it only knows odds. not luck.
Exactly.
That's what I say. There's no luck in backgammon. By the way, people say there's no luck in chess, and I think they're wrong.
We got a question here in the chat. Final starts tomorrow, and I think it's 3 p.m.
That's correct. 3 p.m. Monte Carlo time. I was going to say there is luck in chess, and it's the luck of the draw. And the same thing in backgammon.
Let's say there are more factors than the pure performer's strength in every sport. Yeah, in every sport are additional factors.
Absolutely.
Yeah? And it's just the same for backgammon. Makes no difference.
Okay, we need double fives or double sixes, or
yeah,
that's the game. It's smart to throw it away when you roll a 1. Okay, that's the game. Ball game. We have a little bit more competitive match now, which is very important for you and me, because they should be playing for us to have more fun.
Well, we're here to comment on their moves, so let's not care about how long it takes.
We'll have more moves to comment on if they play longer.
Yeah.
The match goes longer. I'm getting paid by the move. I don't know about you. I'm not paying you anything.
I get free water.
Free water.
I get free water.
You know what? In Monte Carlo, that's a pretty good deal. I made a mistake at the dinner the other night. They said, "Do you want flat water or sparkling?" I said flat. And they brought me this huge bottle for $16.
So
I thought I was going to get a glass of water.
Mm-hmm.
So water isn't really free in Monte Carlo at the finer restaurants. All right, 5 point.
Exactly. Also, this is another move which doesn't leave you so much room actually for decisions. Yeah. Now you have a decision.
Anchor and hit. Anchor and hit. I don't see how you can't anchor and hit.
I agree with you.
It just looks so natural.
I agree with you, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But certainly it was more of a decision than 4-1.
Yes, absolutely.
This is like 16 reshots, or even more, 17. So almost half the field hits here, and he rolls one of them, double fours. Yes, you want to consider when you see suddenly, the fours is not so good, you consider the other threes, but again, there's not much room here. There's not much room for considerations, yeah. But it never hurts to look over. Yeah,
I think you're hitting out in the outfield, aren't you? Otherwise, you're giving your opponent his full roll.
I agree with you. It's only a 2-point board.
Yeah.
It's only a 2-point board. It's too early. Yeah.
Clearly right, I assume. Dice on checkers, no good. They should change that rule. The U.S. has been using it successfully for quite a while now. Okay, this is kind of what we call it. Well, he could make the 20-point. But it's not bad.
He could. It's once again, you're right.
No, it's not necessarily.
The
24, 21.
So see, the first thing is not following your instincts, but look at the position. What does help your position most? Yeah, and he's up before the roll. He will be up after the roll. So it could be also the outfield point,
which
gives him more.
I would have missed that. Not natural for me to make that outfield point. It's natural for me to make the golden point.
And I think maybe you're missing the things because you judge too fast. Yeah.
I'm half-assed.
Yeah. The first thing always should be to look at the position. Yeah.
I did look at it and I would have gotten it wrong.
You also tempt me to talk faster, but I'm better when I think more, you know.
Well, when Toby was in Chicago, we spent a lot of time together. He learned to talk much faster
Yeah, and play faster.
and scream louder.
Yeah, I didn't scream much in Chicago.
Wait a minute. I double. Is there anything like that Chicago Chouette? Was there anything in the world as
No,
wild?
it was
as much
fantastic.
Fun?
It was
It's
fantastic.
amazing.
Yeah.
I miss that. I miss the guys.
Yeah, and
Shout out to Carter, who's been ill lately. I hope he's
yeah,
doing
and
better.
same to Ralph. We wish them to
Ralph?
get well, right?
Yes, and
Hopefully they can hear us.
right, and the rest of the guys in the Chouette were always sick, in different ways. Bob Z and Herb, they're still around, playing well.
So
Bob Z won't fly, otherwise we would be seeing him win some tournaments too. Oh, there's a hitting play. It seems natural. And he does it.
and if he
dance.
that was too bad. If he would hit back, it was just an open game. But now it's a huge advantage for Mario.
And of course he covers and I don't know about the two. If you cover with the one, then you bring the two up, or do you cover with the two in safety? Okay, I wasn't sure which one you do.
I would also be not sure. I could.
Are we looking at a possible cube? I don't think at this score you are.
Well, why not? I mean, he has to fight for the points. There's a long way to go. He needs 6 more points. He can win
he
gammons. I mean, I think this is actually a good double. Yeah.
At this score,
I mean,
I'm going to grab that cube and take it real quick.
Well, he's controlling the outfield, which is very often key in these positions. Yeah. And he has a strong board. Kengo has no real counterplay. He has neither an anchor nor he has a board. The only thing he really made is a bar. Yeah, this is basically the only constructive move was a 6-1. While on the other hand, Mario did the 5-point and the 4-point and has the advanced anchor and is controlling the outfields.
So it's a very good cube, is what you're saying, even at 7-2.
It's a strong controlling position with gammons involved.
How can it be a cube when it's a pass?
Well,
not even a take. Very good call, Tobias. That's why you're sitting here. I needed somebody with brains next to me.
Yeah.
I might have missed this cube, and it's not even a take. Position, race, and threats. He's got all three.
Yeah, and the good thing is always not following your first intuition, but look at the position and figure the position out, you know? Yeah.
So you have to be methodical in these situations.
Exactly, yeah, and it's about positional aspects. Yeah.
So he might take it, and I wouldn't call it a blunder at all. It's not a blunder anyway. It's only 4%. It wouldn't be a horrible take. At this score, you got to be tempted to gamble.
Well, what he sees is that the opponent has 3 men back, but they are just placed very strongly. Yeah, and then he has to see he has no additional point made in his board under deep blot.
He took it. I don't fault him for taking this cube at this score.
Absolutely not. It's a consideration. You know, it's a weighing process. He has to weigh the score. He has to weigh the race, which is pretty close. He's weighing that his opponent has 3 checkers back, which is also good for him. Yeah, but then he has also to see, you know, that the other position is so much stronger, and he's on the bar.
Mario's going to blitz if he can. I would hit here because he's got a stronger board, and he doesn't want to
of course, and the blot in the opponent's board.
Yes.
Yeah, this is how to advance your
position.
This is how to advance your position.
A 3 is a double 3.
This is
wonderful
extremely
roll.
strong, and now thinking is necessary. He can't cover this blot. He needs infield points. He doesn't want to spread more blots. So this is a difficult task. You know, he doesn't want to play with too many blots, but he also needs infield points. I mean,
the 13-10-3 is right by a mile because of what you said. You don't want to create more blots right now.
Exactly.
Very good analysis.
After the consideration.
Very good analysis. A lot of people would make the inside point and gamble too much. You have too many blots around the board. This is a big Miss.
This is a huge miss.
Big miss because
Huge
now
miss. This is a swing.
there's a 6 to
Now
hit and
he's
a lot of covers.
right, and he's leading in the race. So
Wow.
he needs safety now.
Well, he's got it. He can anchor.
If
and
you
cover.
if you need safety, the play is almost given. I mean, if you just want to have safety, the play is given, right?
You're right. Nothing comes close to that play.
Yeah.
You
So
nailed
this
it,
is how
Toby.
to look at the position. You
Toby,
know,
why
what
aren't you sitting there? You're getting everything right. Why are you sitting here?
Um,
You're getting everything right.
well, I'm not getting everything right, but
Yes, you are. Well, but Mochi was sitting here last time, so if he could sit here, so could you.
all right. Why not?
Why not? And he got pretty much everything right, too. Actually, he missed a few and was surprised. Even the best player in the world has.
So now this is interesting.
Yes.
Maybe now is the point for leaving the anchor.
Well, you could cover with the 3 and leave the anchor.
Was at least a consideration.
Uh-huh. Okay. 4-6 would be a monster.
They stop for the transcriber, if
Right.
you're wondering. So I actually like to see. For me, the last decision was too fast.
Uh-huh.
I know it's. I mean, it's good not leaving any shots and making an infield point, but
Because
you
of the
don't
race,
have.
you would have thought
you
about
don't-
running, huh?
You don't have much time,
Uh-huh.
you know, to leave the anchor.
Uh-huh. This is an easy play. Forced by logic. Okay, double 4s and double 6s. Oh, 4-5. Again, your idea of leaving the anchor might work. He's up 18 pips before the roll. Is he going to have a better opportunity later? This is not easy for me.
Well, there's not so many pointing numbers, and also if you're not going now, your opponent will bring another checker in the outfield.
So you would have run? I think I would have too.
I'm strongly tempted. Love
Love to see XG on this one.
Also, yeah, you don't really have the stronger board when it comes to hitting, but you have the same strength of your board.
Holding the
This
cube.
is a difficult decision.
very
you
hard,
know,
very
it's
hard.
not like it's not black and white. You know, this is it's a big consideration, and it's also what happens after your decision. Yeah, is crucial. Yeah. But you're running. You are running out
Running
of
is right.
time. You're
Running
running out of time if you if you get stuck. He brings out another guy in the outfield, and you're getting more and more in trouble.
Running is the correct play. Very well. You nailed it again. You're much smarter than you look, Toby.
That's not too hard. Huh?
And what your prediction came true. He's just going to come out. He might stay there as a catcher and come into the...
Yes, definitely. Oh no,
No?
he's not.
What's the count?
He's not
It's
because
close.
he's.
It's close. 0.011.
Yeah, and I see the merit is because he can still make the bar point like this.
Yeah.
If he the bar point is still a valuable point.
We
yeah.
have a very bad roll here now for Kengo. He has to leave a shot.
And also the swing on the 6-5. It's a huge difference. It's a huge swing on 6-5 if he stays back at the 14.
Yep. 6-5 buries you.
Yeah. And on the other hand, it's not a good roll at all for
Well, he gets away with it.
black.
He gets away with it. Holding a 2 cube here means it's a very, very powerful recube if Kengo can ever get to a positive position.
Wow, this is good. Now is the point. It's only 3s and 1s.
And come out with both?
Sure. It's only 3s and 1s.
Only 3s and 1s.
Yeah.
But what else are you going to do? You're going to leave shots anyway and be stuck?
Yeah, I
when
mean,
you're
you
way ahead in the race?
You survive 16 times and you're like 30 pips up. Yeah, 28 exactly.
You don't get hit, you might even have a recube soon, if not the next roll. No, you wouldn't probably on the next
well,
roll.
you're right.
Soon.
You too many blots, but you hang in for the right moment. This is that's a very comfortable position. You know, once you not get hit, and if you get hit, there's life after death. You know, it's not like Jin. The opponent hasn't a close board. It's just a 3-point board.
It's 1s, 3s, and 6-5.
But the longer you wait, the worse it gets. But this is very hard, you know, the fear of being pointed on, the fear of sacking 3 blots.
Yeah, that was a very poor play.
This is, I mean, you have to understand the sequence has a serious consequence for Kengo. Yeah, I mean, he could actually lose the whole match on going out with both. There are BGs, there are not so many, but there's like, if he goes out, probably there's 1 or 2%, or maybe there's 1%, or...
Yeah, but if there ever is a time to gamble, it's when you're losing 7-2 and holding the cube.
Exactly, but you have to understand his position. You know, we are not losing anything by talking, you know, we are not losing anything.
There's no emotion in it for us.
Exactly, yeah.
This guy's in his first major tournament. Two matches away from the world champion.
He is doing a hell of a job, we have to say.
Look how well he's playing.
A hell of a job. I mean, he is calm, he is focused, yeah. And maybe it even helps him that it's his first tournament, because not many people know him, not many people talk to him. He gets less distraction. You really need to be focused. You know, mental strength is one of the key the key performance qualities in backgammon. Yeah.
Very good play. Very good play.
Yeah.
It was a big play and it was right.
And it was right since like 4 or 5 rolls. Yeah. But now he has to do it.
Should have been running before.
Yeah.
All right, 2 out? No?
Flooding the outfield and giving these shots, flooding the outfield is right.
Oh, that was a very, very poor play uncharacteristically poor play by Mario.
Well, this is...
2 out was right.
Uncharacteristically, this was I mean, he didn't, as we pointed out, he didn't had so many decisions, you know. He was playing holding games, he was playing blitzes, he had smooth numbers. That was a real decision.
Yeah, and he blew it.
Sadly, he missed it. But we also have to say, this guy is playing for a week. Yeah, so probably he had like 700 decisions a day. Yeah,
he won the he won the high roller tournament
since 7 days. Right, he played like 3 or 4 tournaments here: the Super Jackpot, the High Roller, the tournament, and the pre-tournament.
Yeah, but you got 7 hours between matches. You know, that's one thing about Monte Carlo.
Yeah,
you got time to rest.
Yeah, but time to rest doesn't necessarily give you the freshness you need. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think this plays itself.
Yeah,
this is a very, very good turn of events.
And now it's you should at least think, because you have to think, you know, when do you want to turn the cube. Even if you don't want to turn it now, you should be aware when you want to do it, just to make sure you're not missing it. Yeah, because now you know you have the upper hand. You need a strategy to know about your cube handling.
Well, you have 17 pips. You have so much in the race. Wow, 24 pips.
Mario has to come out.
Mario's not coming out. It was very costly.
Yeah, now he has to come out because there's a blot on the ace, and he needs contact. He needs more contact than he has now. Yeah. But in fact, whatever he does, it doesn't matter so much if his opponent is doubling. If his opponent is not doubling, it actually matters a lot.
Yeah, this play is better.
So very often you say it doesn't matter what the opponent says, but it's because you're saying it's always a double pass, but you never know if you got doubled out.
Well, you make the play that you hope he won't double with. That's what you're looking to do.
Well, this play would be an illegal move, I guess. If you want to make a play, your opponent is not doubling. You have to make an illegal move.
No, he moved 5.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 is
2. That's it. He hadn't finished.
That's it's a
That's
good
great
move,
cube.
but
Great cube. It's a pass.
so how to figure it out? First of all, it's a race. Yeah. Then of course he's looking what his opponent's bet numbers are. Yeah. And
6-2.
every six is a bad number. Yeah.
Double
Six is
Double
not.
six
No,
is not a bad
six
number.
is not,
Yeah.
but he has like
Most sixes are bad.
10. Then it's 5-4 is a bad number.
Not too
So
many
these
bad
are the
numbers.
immediate, right? These are the immediate shots. Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
And you see this? Yeah.
Whoa.
It's not like we
Oh,
see.
but he gets rewarded with one of the bad numbers. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a bad take. Wow. He needs ones and eights. Oh, he got the one. The luck has been with Mario this game, this match. Took a bad cube, made a bad play, and he's winning. That's backgammon. It happens.
Yeah. Well, what he made, first of all, he made a good move to step out to the outfield.
Absolutely.
Then we didn't know how big was the pass. Yeah, we just saw it's a pass, but maybe it was not. I guess it was bad because he has his big lead and he
Yeah.
can lose gammons and he's so much down in the race.
I
But
suspect it was a blunder to take that cube.
yeah, I think you're right here. Yeah, but
Most players, a 4 cube when you're winning 7-2, they're going to drop without thinking.
and the game is not over.
No.
The game is Kengo is still up in this race, and if he gets out, especially with a 4 or a 5, he's in pretty good shape here. Mario has no way of hitting him.
This game is not over. You're right. It's a huge
He
swing.
wants to maximize contact without hurting himself. Yeah, so he doesn't want to give direct shots, of course.
Uh-huh.
He wants to cover the field. So this is a 12 away.
All right, here's a
So
monster
he
roll.
wants to stay exactly where he is.
Here's a
Oh.
double six.
Well, it's a double shot.
Oh my God.
No, it's not a double shot.
No,
It's a 3 times. It's only
big
it's only a
swing.
shot. Yeah.
Wow, what a roll. Oh, he got a 1-5.
Wow.
Wow.
Huge swings.
Oh
here.
my
Huge
God.
swings. And you see these things does something with you. You know, backgammon is about probabilities, as we said, but
Oh, and double one. He needs to roll a 6 or a 4 to stop or he's cracking.
so the good news for Kengo, he can't lose a gammon, but
Oh, and a
there's
crack.
more good news. There's more
And a
good news.
crack.
Mario didn't double, and
It would have been an interesting recube to 8. It really would have been very interesting. I would love to take a look at that recube possibility there.
probably not, because winning 4 points brings him 2 away.
Yeah.
So he really doesn't like the over points.
Yeah.
I think it was a good decision not to double.
Yeah, I would think
great decision not to double.
I would
but,
think he would take the cube if he
yeah.
was doubled. He's out. He's out. Better have a 6 very
Kengo
quickly.
is still alive. If he rolls a 6 now,
Nope. The wrong 6. No redouble take. 10%. And it's still
and it's because of the over points.
Right. It's still a take at 10% winning chances. Wow. So his take point
giving
has
the
to be
right.
lower than 10%, like more like 6%.
Because it could end in it could be DMP, you know,
Yeah.
a 16.
Yeah.
Whenever he takes the 8, it would be automatically a 16. Yeah.
That means his take point is under 10%. That's all it means. It's easily going to be maybe 6%.
Yeah, if he wins, it's like 2 away, 11 away.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't need to gamble with a recube.
So
At some point, though, it might be now it's a redouble pass.
yeah.
How many people are going to know that? You don't see
Well-
much chance at all here to win, so I can understand a redouble here.
One thing to mention that he's thinking at the right spots here. Yeah. And this is one of his approaches. I think this is one of Mario's major strengths is the cube handling, like the bookkeeping of the game.
Uh-huh.
You know how to these when is a cube efficient, doubling points. This is things he's trained to. This is
I've been
this
told
is
he's a great
one of his-
mathematician.
This is one of his approaches of thinking. This is one of his core strengths. So
You can't fault him for rolling, even though it says it's a double.
it's only like 3%
Yeah,
wrong,
yeah.
and you know, being 3% wrong, how to figure out this? You know, that's it's in the window. You know, now I'm pretty sure.
Look, it's still only 2.4 because no matter what he does, unless he rolls a 6-5, he's pretty much gin anyway. He's winning 96 points.
Yes, he's not right. He's not losing.
I wouldn't
by,
risk the 6-5 myself. I'm telling you. There he goes.
Yeah.
I like this. It's a big pass, but I wouldn't fault somebody for gambling here.
And you see, I have a lot of sympathy for Kengo. He had a smile on his face when he was getting it. You know, like it was he was waiting for this decision to have, and
I don't know if I'm smiling when I'm getting cubed to 8
No,
for the World
but-
Championship.
it's also a little bit
Yeah.
a relief probably that he can end either the match or this game.
Yeah, you don't want to
This is
continue this
the-
game for here. I see
the-
what you're saying.
Yeah.
You want to get out of this game.
Yeah,
It's
either
like being
this,
in a car
either
wreck.
this nasty game is over,
Yeah.
or he has a chance to roll for the match. So
Yeah.
maybe this is why he's smiling. I actually like the way he's handled it. You know, some people. He's not looking bitter at all. He enjoys. He has a complex decision which he is able to figure out. You know, I think he shows a wonderful attitude. Yeah.
Okay, over the board, could you figure out that you have 3% winning chances here? Is there is some method to that. There's a mathematical approach. I would have difficulty. I know I'm screwed, but I don't know by how much.
So what you can think about it, just think Mario had a close board, you know?
Uh-huh.
What would be your winning percentage there? This is very similar.
3%.
Now,
3%.
yeah, now he just opened his board.
Yeah.
With a great distribution, and you have a pure distribution, so you add a little bit, you know, and you...
Good point. So you start with the reference position,
and you minus
and you interpolate.
exactly the reference
good.
position you're looking for is like the closed board with a checker on the bar, and then you see Black's position is not really thrilling because he has stacks and he has gaps, and then you see White's board is open, so you could figure it out that it's around 3%, yeah. And
he took it.
Oh,
He took
oh
the
my
cube.
God! Oh my
This
God!
could be the most exciting win in the history of backgammon if he wins. Do you recube now or do you wait? That's the question. You fool around and recube next roll?
It's not really fooling around.
may
There's
as well
nothing
double.
wrong in waiting, you know. I mean, you roll double six, and
No.
of course you could do it also.
Okay. Just to get it out of the way.
It's never a mistake. I always
Yes, he rolled a 6. There's hope. He's alive.
for myself, I would keep on to the cube and let my opponent feel bad, you know, when I'm.
Yeah, me too. I do that too, just to tease him a little. Okay, there's game here. There's hope. It's not a lot of hope, but it's some hope. That 6 was big.
Well, to mention that Kengo already has a checker off. He's not starting from scratch. One
Yeah.
checker's off. Yeah.
That's big. 1 checker off is as good as 2 when you have 15 checkers to start with.
Yeah, but Mario has 5 off and he has no gaps.
Yeah, it's
And
gonna be
he's on
tough.
roll.
It would be the most historic turnaround in the history of the World Championship.
That I
if
don't
he
know.
wins it. There may be another one, but
There are many bad swings happen.
it would hardly.
I remember.
Oh, double 4.
Oh wow!
He's in the game.
And the Japanese crowd is getting excited
He's
here.
in the game. Wow. 1 or 2 more big double. Oh, come on. This is exciting. How exciting is this? Oh, I saw the 6 first. Saw the 6 first. He's still got a chance. He still has a chance. We've seen bigger upsets than this. He must roll doubles now.
Yeah, there's also a
2-1.
possible 2-1.
Yep.
Yeah,
6-3. He needs a 2-1.
he needs a 2-1 now. Yeah. Well, he doesn't need it, but
That's game. That's
it's
match.
over. Yeah.
Great match. Great win.
Yeah.
Mario wins the high roller and now gets to play for the World Championship tomorrow
Yeah.
at 3 o'clock against Frank Frigo, who's trying to repeat. And Mario, look at this. They played very well. Mario played at 3. You can't fault him for that last take. That was exciting. He almost turned it around. Almost made it.
I think Kengo played a great game, and I also think he had the tougher side to play. Yeah.
Yeah, and the luck factor was +4. That's a pretty strong luck factor for Mario. These two guys, what a battle. What a great, great finish.
Yeah.
And tomorrow is going to be very exciting. I think we're going to have some streaming before 3 o'clock. Watch my Facebook page. Watch the website. We'll announce it. I'm not sure what else will stream because we got a lot of really other great matches going on besides the championship. We still got the Super Jackpot with a lot of great players in there. Doubles. I don't think doubles is done yet. And seniors. Some really good side events. And we will be back tomorrow. And Toby, I can't tell you what a pleasure it is to work with you and just to be with you. Toby invited me to come to Berlin. I'm going to stay there for about 3 years and visit with him, and just to learn from him. And we have so much fun together. But thank you again for joining me. Your comments were right on.
Thank you, Phil. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Good night, everybody.
I want to see if we get. Don't go away. I'm going to see if we can get Mario over here for some comments. In fact, why don't you do that? Can you help me get Mario? Here he comes. Grab him. It's right there. You don't want to? Okay, I'll do it. I did an interview earlier with Mario. Now he wants to just relax, and I don't blame him. His heart's racing. Last time he told me his heartbeat was like 130, and he still did the interview with me. He's a real gentleman. We look forward to the match tomorrow, 3 o'clock. It's really, really big for the World Championship. What a story. Mario Kuehl from Germany winning the high roller, and now he's in the finals of the World Championship, and he's one match away from the World Championship. He doesn't have to win twice. He only has to win once. They've changed the format in the last couple of years, and I love it. So we have a more exciting finals tomorrow. Stay tuned. And again, we'll announce if there's some other matches before 3 o'clock. We may have a super